I know everybody asked me the question. They wanted to know what kind. I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
Kanye West does not enter headlines quietly. He detonates them every single time. The world thinks the storm is over, another moment pulls him back into the center of global attention. Interviews spiral, statements trend, brands react, fans divide instantly. But the real tension is deeper than controversy. Is Kanye destroying his legacy or rewriting it in real time? At his peak, he was not just a rapper. He was a cultural architect. Albums reshaped modern hip-hop. Fashion lines disrupted luxury. Sneakers turned into billion-dollar empires. He did not follow waves, he created them. And that level of influence rarely fades easily. Then the narrative shifted. Controversial interviews, unfiltered comments, public fallout with major corporations. Partnerships collapsed. Billionaire status disappeared from headlines almost as fast as it appeared. Most celebrities shrink when backlash hits. Kanye amplified his presence instead. That is what makes this story different, because every controversy seems to cost him financially, but increase his visibility culturally. And in the digital era, visibility is power. When brands cut ties, analysts predicted permanent collapse. Critics declared reputation damage irreversible. Media framed it as career suicide. Yet streams continued, fan debates intensified, search traffic spiked. Silence never arrived. Noise expanded. And Kanye understands noise better than almost anyone. For years, he positioned himself as a misunderstood genius, an outsider fighting systems from within. So when corporations stepped away, the storyline almost reinforced his image of resistance. That looks like strategic chaos, but chaos carries long-term risk, because legacy is not built on viral moments, it is built on collective memory, and memory eventually settles into one dominant narrative. Right now, Kanye exists in two parallel realities. In one, he is the visionary producer who changed modern music, the innovator who redefined sound, the cultural disruptor who refused limitations. In the other, he is unpredictable, polarizing, volatile. The gap between those realities continues widening. Fans who grew up with his music feel conflicted. Newer audiences often discover him through controversy before art. That shift is significant because controversy drives attention, but art sustains longevity. So the deeper question emerges: is he building independence or isolating himself from systems that once amplified his reach? Independence promises total control, no gatekeepers, no filters. Isolation risks narrower platforms, fewer alliances, reduced influence. The line between empowerment and limitation is thin. Yet, conflict has always been embedded in his brand. From award show interruptions to public industry battles, confrontation fueled relevance. The difference now is amplification. Social media accelerates every statement globally within seconds. Every clip becomes permanent. Every reaction stacks onto the previous one. There is no reset button. And this makes the current chapter decisive, because narratives eventually solidify, either into redemption or into cautionary tale. His talent remains documented, his impact on culture undeniable, but legacy depends on direction. If the next phase reflects focus, discipline, innovation, the redemption arc strengthens. If volatility continues dominating, perception hardens, and perception ultimately shapes history. The world is not merely observing Kanye, it is waiting to see whether this era becomes proof of fearless independence or evidence that genius without restraint turns inward and fractures its own foundation. With Kanye, silence rarely lasts long. Another headline always approaches. The only uncertainty is what that headline will build or what it will cost.